gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch out.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You ain't got nothing. 41 Mike. Gun. Ricky. Mike, 41. Hey, we're good. Stop your riot. What's that?
Now Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun. Good route here. Go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, Alpha. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got it.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. The 30, the 20, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. An even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 65 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Watson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
It's a gain of 14.
Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike 40. Ready? Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
After the sack on first down, Watson, he's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Come on, receiver. Gun. Watch the edge.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Gun.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Check. Crouch.
Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Ready? Here we go. Check 3. 48. 36. Check 43. Hatchet. Shit.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Here we go.
And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Vikings.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. Zebra. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Watch the run. Hey, Echo. 51 Mike. Mike 51.
Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 65 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. I got you, baby. I got you. Mike,
They keep it with Miller on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Set. 19. Bring it. Hey, pick it up. No.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert. At 24.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic.
It's going to be a long day.
Watson now to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 10-yard line.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 54. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike over.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Right there, 54, right there, 50. Hey, 59! Check. Oh, try.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Got you, boy. I got you.
On second and 10, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hey, 31! Mike 5-4. Y'all not ready. 59! Check. Watch 54. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kahale Waring there to make the grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I got you. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Down to lose one. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Johnson was the intended receiver.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field, you take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
Mike
line.
set. 19. Focus, defense, focus. 54, Mike. 55. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On 1st down, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's got Fuller. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Lucky. I got it.
Again, it's Watson. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Minus the set. 19. 55. Danny. Hey. You got to get moving, man. Move. Let's go.
To throw is Watson. Throwing again. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there. A first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, these guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Bang. 24. Bang. Motion. Reset.
Again, it's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 46.
To throw is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
You got motion.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Johnson, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down, Johnson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Watch the shit! Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Mike 54.
Third and long, it's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 55, Mike.
Now it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. J.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Now a run with Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Check.
At the 9-yard line.
Check out 24.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
A loss of 1. It's now third and goal.
Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. That's it. Coming after you.
To throw on third down, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Watson now on third down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't be scared of it.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3. You got 3. He's checking.
Now Watson to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, it's Cousins. Now in desperation. And this is caught inside the 5. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Five.
Cousins again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Again, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run with Miller. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.